Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about consignment account. So, see here objectives on completion of this period. You would be able to understand the need for consignment accounts, explain the terms consignor and consigning, distinguish between consignee and agent. So, after completion of this lesson, we may able to know that. So, what is meant by consignment account and what is meant by consignor and what is meant by consignee and agent. So, first one is need for consignment. Why we have to prepare consignment account? So, why we have to use the word consignment? So, what is the need? We have to know. Okay. For that, here is there to increase sales. The trader always concentrate on marketing their goods into the local and other markets. So, the trader, whoever it may be, he always look after to how to increase the sales, how to advertise the sales, how to marketing the sales, how to earn more and more profits in local market and other markets. Okay. In order to improve their sales in different markets, the trader have to open branches in different parts of the country. So a trader will look after the only in their local area, but he wants to open a new branches in different areas. So he wants to improve their sales in different areas. Okay, for that consignment is needed. So, is it possible? Difficult. Why? Because it requires a lot of manpower and finance. Okay. Then what is the alternative? Actually, a trader will run the business in the local area only, but he wants to improve the sales and advertise the sales and earn more profits. For that, he may open the new branches in different areas, different locations, other than their local area. For that, he may need manpower like that. So, see here, employ persons in different areas on commission basis. For that, in different areas where he established his organization, person should be appointed on commission basis. The person acts as an agent. He sells the goods on behalf of the proprietor. On behalf of the owner, the person who appointed on commission basis at new area or different area or other than non-local area, he will sell the goods on commission basis. He may act as an agent, is a middleman between the customer and the owner. Okay. Next one. So see here consignment meaning of consignment. To send the goods to agents at other places for sale on commission basis is called consignment. Consignment is nothing but the persons who are appointed on different areas on commission basis, they are responsible to sell the goods on commission basis. These total transaction nothing but it's called as an consignment. See here once again, to send the goods to agents at other places for sale on commission basis, it's called as consignment. So consignment concept of consignment, a trader sends goods to the agent. Trader is nothing but owner of the organization, owner of the business organization. Agent is nothing but who the person who is appointed on commission basis at different locations called as a agent to be sold by agent. Agent is a responsibility for selling the goods in different locations on commission basis, on trader's behalf, on commission basis. Okay. Terminology here. Trader nothing but owner of the organization nothing but consignor. Instead of trader, here we have to use the word consignor. In case of agent, we have to use consignee. Consignee means the person who is appointed on commission basis in different areas for selling the goods called as consignee. Goods sending means it's called as stock on consignment. Stock on consignment. Trader is nothing but consignor. Agent is nothing but consignee. Goods sent, stock on consignment. Okay. So consignment definition. Sending a quantity of goods, sending a quantity of goods by one person to another person at a different place to be sold by later as a agent of the farmer is known as consignment. Whatever the process is done from consignor to consignee, that is, consignor is responsible to transfer the goods to the consignee area. The consignee is responsible to sold the goods whichever is received by consignee. So these are all the process called as a consignment. Okay. See here explanation of the terms of consignor and consignee. The person who sent the goods is called consignor or principal. The person who sent the goods, the owner of the goods, trader. Okay, it's called as consignor as well as principal, named as principal or consignor. The person to whom the goods are sent is called consignee or agent. The person to whom we are sending, the consignor send the goods to consignee only. Okay, consignee means the person who is appointed on commission basis for selling the goods in different areas. So the person called as consignee or agent. Okay, the relationship created between the parties in that agent and principal. Relation is between consignor and consignee is agent and principal. Principal is nothing but consignor, agent is nothing but consignee. If the goods are sold by the consignee, the ownership and responsibility for any loss on sale of goods or any damaged goods remains with the consignor. Okay, the consignee is the only person. He has only one responsibility, that is sell the goods. The whatever the damage occurs and whatever the bad debts, whatever the credit sales, so credit sales is responsible for consignee, remaining is responsible for consignor. Consignment is not a sale of goods. It is not a selling of goods. It is just transferring of goods from consignor to consignee. So distinguish between means difference between consignee and agent. The trader who receives the goods from the consignor is known as consignee or agent. The trader who receives the goods from the consignor, the person who receives the goods from the owner, is called as consignee or agent. A consignee is an agent who works for the principal. A consignee is an agent of principal, agent of consignor. Okay, who works for the principal. Principal. The stock sent is called as goods sent on consignment. The stock is sent to consignment. Who will send the goods from where to where? From consignor to consignee. The goods will transfer. The process is called as goods sent on consignment. The goods are in the hands of the consignee, but the ownership is with the consignor. Whatever the goods transferred to consignee from the consignor, but the ownership is with consignor only, not consignee. Consignee is just meant to sell the goods to the customers. Okay. So, these are differences between consignment and sale, or distinction between consignment and sale. Ownership remains with the consignor. In consignment, ownership is with consignor only, whereas selling the goods means ownership is transferred to the buyer. Relationship between consignor and consignee is principal and agent. Relationship between seller and buyer is creditor and debitor. Goods can be returned by consignee at any time. In all cases, buyer cannot return. Okay. Expenses incurred by the consignee recovered. Buyer has to bear the expenses. Okay. Consignee sends account sales to consignor. Whatever the sales done by the consignee, the total sales pro forma, a statement of sales should be sent to consignor, whereas no such statement is prepared. Why? Because whenever the seller is sold the goods to buyer, the matter is over. There is no relationship between buyer and seller. So consignor pays commission to consignee. No such payment is the buyer. No such payments are payment to the buyer by the seller. Okay. Consignor send pro forma invoice. Okay. To consignee. Consignor, first of all, whenever consignor transfer the goods to the consignee, he prepares one statement. In that, he states that what type of goods and what are the quantities of different types of goods, how many goods, total quantity. So should be prepared in that. Along with that goods, he will send to the consignee, means it is details of goods. It is called pro forma invoice, where such seller sends ordinary invoice to the buyer, only ordinary invoice. So no order from the consignee, there must be order. Risk is taken by consumer alone. Risk is to be borne by the buyer. So, here different terms used in consignment: pro forma invoice, account sales, advance, commission. So, pro forma invoice is prepared by consignor to consignee. He prepares pro forma invoice, means details of the goods which is transfer the goods from consignor to consignee. Along with the goods, he send the pro forma invoice, means details of goods. Account sales, whatever the sales done by consignee, the consignee prepares a statement and it will send to the consignor. It's called as an account sales. Advance. Okay. Whereas advance is taken by consignee from consignor. Commission is taken by consignor to consignee. Consignee receives commission from consignor. Consignee receives some amount in the form of an advance to run the organization in different location. Okay, difference between consignment and joint venture. Okay, joint venture parties are associated or called co-venturers. The parties associated together called as a co-venturers. The parties associated are called consignor and consignee relationship only. Here capital is contributed by the ventures. Here capital is contributed by the consignor. Why? Because consignor is the owner of the goods. Only consignor is just a person. He is a responsibility to sell the goods on the commission basis. It is temporary and ends as soon as the venture is completed. Whenever the venture is completed, the relationship between co-venturers will be closed. It is a permanent nature and does not end after a particular venture. It will be continued forever. The relationship between co-venturers is that parties. It's the relationship between consignor and consignee is principal and agent. Profit and loss of joint venture is shared by all the venturers at an agreed ratio. Okay, profit and loss should be shared by venturers. Why? Because indirectly they are partners. They are responsibility to born to receive profit, either profit or loss. In case of consignment, whatever the loss or profit is occurred, only the consignor is responsible. Consignor only receives that profit or loss. Only consignee receives commission. Okay. The consignee receives only commission at a fixed rate. They fix a certain rate. According to that, they will sell the goods. The consignor receives all the profit of the consignment. Okay. Account sales. Already we know account sales means whatever the sales done by consignee, that the statement should be prepared, details of the sales should be prepared in a particular tabular form. It's called a statement. It's called as an account sales. That report should be sent to consignor. Account sales is prepared by consignee and that should be sent to consignor. What are the goods sold? How much stock is there? Like that. So periodically means every week or every 15 days or every month or every 2 months or every 6 months, like that, depending upon the agreement. Okay. See here, periodically means some period, 1 week, 2 days, daily, whatever it may be, depending on the agreement. The consignee reports the sales made by him to the consignee. This is done by sending a statement called account sales. The statement is called account sales. It contains details of goods sold, expenses incurred, commission payable to him and the net amount due to the consignor. So, just now know that the consignee prepares account sales. In that, details of goods sold, how much is expense has occurred for that sales, how much commission is payable. So, the all should be deducted from the selling amount and net amount to be paid to the consignor. Okay, account sales, periodical statement, okay, is prepared by the consignee and it is sent to the consignor. It contains details of goods sold. Whatever the sales done by consignee, that should be mentioned here. Expenses incurred by consignee. So commission payable to consignee net amount due to the consignee. So from the sales amount, the expenses incurred by consignee, commission payable, these all are deducted from that, and net amount is payable to the consignor. So see here one specimen of account sales. Consignee, who prepares account sales? Consignee. To whom we have to send? Consignor. So account sales of consignee for the account risk of consignor. So see here particular 25 machines have been sold at the rate of 200, means 25 machines sold, each one cost is 200. So here 5000 is there. So whatever the expenses incurred by consignee, we have to mention here, that is expenses 500 and commission is 500. Total 1000 to 1000 is deducted, 4000, and already consignee taken an advance from the consignor, that is 2000. So net amount 2000 will be paid to the consignor. This is the account sales pro forma. Okay. Coming to pro forma invoice. The pro forma invoice is a statement prepared by the consignor containing the information, what type of goods and what are the quantities of goods, how many goods, quantity and quality. So all are the mentioned in a statement, that is called as a pro forma invoice. While consignor send the goods to the consignee, along with that he will send the pro forma invoice. See here, who prepared the pro forma invoice? Consignor. A statement prepared by the consignor and it is sent to the consignee. Okay. Details of goods. Details of goods. Many types of goods are there, different types, different quantities, different rates. So all are mentioned in pro forma invoice. So like quantity, so what are the quality, packing, size, markings, price, useful for calculation custom duties, so marketing mode. It helps the consignee fixing the selling price. Okay. The price given may be cost price or market price. It is a minimum price at which consignee is allowed to sell. So all should be mentioned in pro forma invoice. So advance, who will give advance and who will take advance, receive advance? Consignor will give an advance, consignee will take an advance. The amount received from the consignee, it is a part of the total value of the goods consigned. So here consignor receives some amount from the consignee in the form of an advance, only for the security purpose. It is a part of the total value of the goods consigned for the safety of the consignor. Safety of the consignor, consignee receives the money in the form of advance from consignee. A bill of exchange is also drawn in the form consigned by the consignor. Means a draft should be done by the consignee and it should be signed by the consignee, and it is given to the consignor only for the safety purpose. So consignor can discount the bill with the bank. Whenever he requires the amount, that bill should be, the draft should be discounted with the bank. The advance is deducted from the sales proceeds. Okay. Reward. A reward payable to the consignee for selling of goods on behalf of the consignor. So for doing as a consignee, by doing all these things like maintaining the organization, selling the goods, okay, by doing these things he may expect some money, that is called as commission. It is given by the consignor and it received to consignee on a fixed percentage. Okay, calculated on gross sales. Okay. So there are different types of commissions are there. So one is ordinary commission or commission, daily creditory commission. The third one is overriding commission. So first one is ordinary commission. Already I have discussed the consignee is only responsible to sell the goods. For that he may charge some money. It's called as commission. Okay, it's a fixed percentage and it is calculated on whatever the total sales done by consignee, means gross sales. It is paid by the consignor and received to the consignee. Why? For selling the goods. So daily creditory commission. Daily creditory commission means in some times the consignee will sell the goods on credit basis. For that he is the responsible. So bearing that risk, he may charge some extra amount, some extra commission, so that it is called as an that extra commission is called as daily creditory commission. So see here, in case of credit sales, if the amount not received from debtors, such loss of bad debts should be borne by the consignor. If consignee agrees to bear this loss of bad debts, then the consignor will pay him extra commission. It's called as daily creditory commission. By default, the consignor will instruct the consignee sell the goods on cash basis only, not credit basis. Okay. So in sometimes the consignee may interested to sell the goods on credit basis. For that he is the responsibility. If in any cases credit sales amount will not recover, that should be borne by the bad debts should be borne by consignee. For that the consignee may expect some extra commission from the consignor. So it is the extra commission is called as daily creditory commission. Okay. So see here summary what we have discussed till now. So what is meant by consignment? Already we discussed consignment is nothing but transferring of the goods from owner to other person. So always trader is nothing but the consignor, the owner is nothing but consignor. He wants to sell the goods not only in local area but in other than the local area. So he has to open the new branches in different areas. For that he may require more manpower and expenses. For that exception he appointed a person at different location, different persons. The persons called as a consignee. He may look after all the things. The persons called as consignee, they are the only responsibility to sell the goods. For that the person may charge some commission extra amount that called as a commission. The transferring of goods from consignor to consignee, it is called as goods sent on consignment. Okay. Consignor prepares a statement containing the information of goods. Whatever the goods sent to the consignee for selling the goods in different areas, along with that consignor will send the pro forma invoice to consignee. After that whatever the sales done by the consignee should prepare the some statement of sales that should be sent to the consignor. Okay. There are different types of commissions are there. Pro forma consignment terms different are there. Pro forma invoice, account sales is pro forma. Pro forma is prepared by consignor and it is sent to consignee along with goods. Account sales is prepared by consignee and it is sent to consignor. Okay. And there are different types of commissions are there. Ordinary commission is nothing but consignee will charge some extra some amount for selling the goods. For that he may charge some extra some amount. It is called as commission. ordinary commission. Whereas second one is daily creditory commission. Already while sending the goods, the consignor will give an instruction to the consignee to sell the goods only on cash basis, but consignee will send the goods on credit basis. He is the responsibility for that. In some cases, consignee may not recover the credit sales amount, so bad debts will occur. For that, consignee is responsible for that amount. So he for bearing this much of risk, he charges some extra commission. So it is the extra commission is called as daily creditory commission. Okay. So see here, the person who sent the goods to the agent for the selling on behalf is called consignor, consignee, buyer, seller. Consignor, the consignor who transfer the goods is called consignor. Pro forma invoice is prepared by consignor. A is the right answer. Account sales is prepared by B, consignee. Generally, daily creditory commission is calculated on credit sales. Okay, so these are the important terms used in consignment. Okay, with this we may able to know what is meant by consignment and what is meant by goods sent on consignment, what is meant by sale, what is meant by joint venture, what is meant by types of commissions, advance, like that. Okay, thank you.